Make logging great again, dancing to the YMCA. President Trump in Duluth, Minnesota last night in rare form. The president went after Joe Biden for refusing to answer questions about packing the Supreme Court with new justices. He also criticized debate moderator Chris Wallace, and he chided Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar for those ballot harvesting allegations. The Minneapolis Police Department confirms they are investigating those claims. Let's talk a little bit more about Minnesota and what we saw last night. Welcome in Mike Lindell. He was there for the rally. He's also, of course, the CEO of MyPillow and the author of the book, What Are the Odds? From Crack Addict to CEO, the story of his life. Inspiring to read. Mike, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, so we saw a big rally last night. Folks having fun, president dancing to YMCA. We also hear about poll numbers that show Joe Biden is leading in Minnesota, but of course, few people know Minnesota as well as you do. How do you think this is going to come down in November?
Well, the polls are wrong. They had us even. They had us almost even before the RNC convention, and then all of a sudden they were down by 9. Now it's down by 4. I'm on the ground. Even the Democrats are flipping. They're switching over. There's 9 Democratic mayors in northern Minnesota. They all were there last night for the president. I did a commercial the other day in Minneapolis. You're going to see it now. Some we're going to show nationwide. I had all these Democrats in the room, and that have always voted Democrat. They're all voting for our president, and they're all flipping, and because they know the party that they have now is not that ship sailed. The Democratic Party left a long time ago. They would be voting for radical socialism and voting for people like my governor and the mayor of Minneapolis that made some of the worst decisions in political history.
And one of the things, the mistake the pollsters admittedly made in 2016 is they thought the turnout was going to be the same for Hillary Clinton as it was for Barack Obama in 2012, and it certainly wasn't. But what you're telling us, Mike, is these conversations you've had with Democrats is you maybe anticipate even a lower turnout for Democrats than Hillary Clinton, not turning out for Democrats, but turning out for Donald Trump instead.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot flipping and a lot of non-votes, especially downtown Minneapolis. I went through the devastation about 3 weeks ago. These are friends I grew up with. Their businesses are ruined, and I think a lot of them just aren't going to vote. That they're going to flip. Because their party they used to vote for is gone, and even then they broke promises all the time. They'd make all these promises before an election, and nothing would come to fruition. And it was great last night at the rally. I got to speak too. I spoke for about 15 minutes, and we went through kind of silo by silo of the great things our president has done for Minnesota and the country. And then we also we went through. I told him, here's what you need to do, not just go out and get everyone to vote Republican. And I said, you need to vote for Donald Trump. You need to vote all the way down the ticket and talk to our friends, talk to our Democratic friends, and because it's not them, it's the Democratic leadership that is horrible. And they don't know what to do. I'm going, hey, come on over here. The water's great, guys.
And I know everybody's talking about 2020 right now, but I want to talk about 2022 and what might happen in 2022, because President Trump likes you to maybe be the GOP nominee for the governor's race in Minnesota. Also, I think I read the state GOP chairperson said you'd be a great pick as well. Last time you were on Newsmax TV talking about this, I think you said you were 90% sure you're going to run. Has that gone up closer to 100%, Mike?
It's getting real close. I told them last night at the rally, I said, you guys, let's get this whole state red, and then I will, I definitely will go run for governor. And so I kind of put a little fleece out there. I said, you guys, let's get this red, and I'll run. And so I'm 99% sure that I'm going to run. The crowd went crazy, so I kind of tested it there. What would you guys think if I did this? And it was everyone that afterwards is coming up for pictures, and you got to run, you got to save our state. Our governor is so bad. And
well, so the trial balloon goes, crowd went wild for it. We'll see where it goes from here. Mike, keep us updated. 99% sure. We'll check in with you when you're 100% sure. We look forward to that. Great to see you.
You guys will be the first to know.
Thanks so much, Mike. We'll see you soon.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.